What's going on, Axie fam? Elijah here, back with another video, and today I've got one I am very excited about. This is going to be on a team that has been my bread and butter, my go-to for the past 2 seasons, and this is a video I feel has been highly requested. Constantly I'm seeing people show up, hey, is discard bug plus tri-spikes still a viable option? So I'm going to be sharing with you the team that I managed to place 4th with last season, season 17, break it down, give some suggestions, play some arena games, and I'm hyped to do this. Let's start with the bug, okay? Now, first of all, I'm gonna need to take a moment of silence here for the traditional discard bug, the double stun, because oh my god, did it get slaughtered in the last patch changes. So, rip to that build. Moving forward, we still have double discard that can work, but we have to make some adjustments. So this is the backliner that you can still use on a tri-spikes build very effectively. It's going to be Garish Worm, Pincer, Parasite, Gravelant. The idea is you have less durability, but way more aggression with a high damage back card that's going to help you get through the tank. And then even in unfavorable 1v1s like versus Aquas, they usually only have one range card. So we can hit them hard with the discards, and it makes it really unlikely that they can keep drawing that range card to kill us. So we take away their options. We play Gravelant, obviously, to make their melee cards useless. And you can still pull out wins versus builds like that. Obviously versus Terminators, it's like an amazing 1v1. We hit them once with the Gravelant and they're toast. This is not a budget build that I'm covering today. This is gonna cost a pretty penny, but I don't really see the build getting affected too much by balance changes. It's not like you're seeing this flying all over Arena or in the top 50 or anything. They did slaughter the discard bug. It probably was a little too strong, but I don't see them coming after this bug necessarily. I mean, they just buffed Garish. They're not gonna debuff it. It's not like that's suddenly, you know, OP or whatever. Moving on to the Reptile at the mid. Now, tri-spikes, honestly, I've had a tri-spikes Reptile from the very first team I bought in Axie Infinity. So this is a build I'm extremely comfortable with. I love that I've still been able to integrate it along this way. I would say that the ideal option, or at least what I used last season, would be something like this guy here with tri-spikes, Incisor, Thorny, and Kataro. Now, the Incisor-Thorny combination, tri-spikes combo, is one of the deadliest in the game. Basically, if you snap off a tri-spikes, Incisor, double Thorny combination, any unshielded Axie is going to die from that. Any plant, and then even if you hit that into something that has a little bit of a shield, you're still going to mostly kill it. Like Aquas, most beasts are going to die to that. So needless to say, it's a monster of a build. We don't really need Chomp on the mouth because this mostly kills anyway, so gaining energy is really nice with Kataro. However, if you find a deal on a Chomp midliner version of this build, still really solid, still in line with what we're aiming to do, but I gotta say I do prefer Kataro. The floor for one of these is going at 0.183 Ethereum. I will say one more thing is that lower speed is actually preferable here because the slower you are, the more guaranteed you are to gain energy from other Axies. Lastly, we have our tank up front. Now, what I used last season was a Garish tank with Leaf Bug and Sirius as well as Yam. I love this build. It makes chaining the Garish Worm with the bug easier, obviously, because you can pair these together. You also have Leaf Bug, which is another bug card, and that makes the chain easy as well. And we need the energy because we don't really have a great way of gaining it on the midline or backline Axie. We don't have Cottontail or Nemo. So stocking up early is really one of the key components with this strategy and trying to keep the tank alive. I will say that there's only 2 of these on the market that are reasonably priced at 0.19 ETH. So they're not very easy to come by, but it's okay if you can't grab one of these. There's a slightly more affordable option that I've used for a very long time and might even be better in some instances depending on what's being run in the meta. And that's just the classic Leaf Bug with Pumpkin, Yam, and Sirius. A little cheaper at 0.17. Make sure that you get a 5 of 6 on this, right? With the only non-plant card being the Leaf Bug, because you still want as much health as possible and you want to be slow. You want to be 31 speed because you want the chance of going after their tank to re-steal. So it's pretty similar to the Garish Worm. It just has slightly more health, and also obviously Pumpkin provides more longevity early on as well. It makes getting off those leaf bugs easier because you can survive a touch longer than the Garish build. It's less aggressive, it's a little harder to get through the tank, but very viable, okay? If you can't get Garish, go with this. It'll be this tank, the Tri-Spikes rep, the double discard bug with gravel. That's the build. It's one I love. And if you master it or just, work hard at getting great with it, you can make a serious push in arena to, that top 100, top 50 or further finish. And that's it. I want to jump into the arena and play a couple games so we can see this in action and I can give some tips on how to go about executing. And we are in. We're up against a double plant with a reptile. So a lot of beef happening here, a lot of strength and durability. Now in the back line, he does have one melee card, but it is his highest damage one, so we can disable that, and the idea will be hopefully to spam discards so he can't get a bunch of heals off. We'll see how this one plays out. Round one, I'm actually not going to play anything. I don't really have any great cards to play. I'm also not under any immediate threat. This is a build that doesn't really have a ton of damage on his end, and I'm not expecting to get hit very often round one, so I'm going to save the poison even for a future round. So he does pass, which is to be expected with this opponent we're up against. Let's see here. Now it's sort of tempting to consider going in. I don't really think I'm there yet either. I haven't seen a pumpkin. I haven't seen any of these high shield cards up front, which he could definitely throw up and then make life very difficult if I attack into him. So I'm tempted here to pass again. He also is running like a double backdoor. So again, I think my tank's pretty safe. I'm actually going to go for another pass. And there we can see that he's playing a pumpkin and probably a pincer to discard a card. Okay, so now I've seen one of those. He gets rid of a gravel ant, which isn't really a big deal. Now again, he still has potentially more pumpkins and high shield stuff. And he has enough damage to actually go for it up front and really hurt my tank. So I'm going to go for my own damage here. The garish combination. I think I'll go about it. Oh man, do I chuck on one more card? Probably should. Ah, man. Okay, I'll just do this. Wow, he doesn't defend at all. Okay. I don't think I kill him. I actually think I missed a beat there and should have just hit him with one extra reptile card. But it's going to be big, big damage. Almost a kill. Oh my gosh. He's down to the very last few bits of health here. Honestly, 3 more cards get played and he's dead because he's getting 10 damage per card now with this amount of poison on him. So job well done there with the garish worm, tacking on heaps of poison. As we could see, he did hit me with the backdoor double venom. So my reptile is starting to be hurt as well here. But I am, of course, going to aim to finish off this tank here. Let's assume he is going to play a few cards himself. He plays 2. Okay, great. My pincer is actually going to finish off the tank. And then I'll be able to follow up here with the Sirius and Garish Worm on his midline. I steal energy as well, which is great. He still has to deal with my tank here. I mean, what's he gonna... I guess he's gonna try and backdoor me this round, which I really do need to defend against because I need a little more value out of my Reptile. Oh gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna survive this, but I'm certainly gonna try. And then I'll follow up with probably one Parasite. Yeah, of course, we're gonna see a backdoor. Oh my gosh, it's not even like a huge... backdoor. Wait, wait a minute. What's going on? Oh, he's got... what am I thinking? He's got Sneaky Raid. I thought he's got Toothless. I thought he was going to go to my midline. Okay, so that's actually not bad there that my bug takes a little damage because we do get rid of this midline reptile, in fact, which is huge. And now he's going to have to really figure out how to deal with all of these components that I'm having here. He hasn't done any damage to my tank. I'm assuming now it's going to be... watermelon, both vegan diets, and something like a poison to try to start to finish my rep. I actually don't have a great play here. I think I need to pass. I could gravel too, make sure he can't follow up next round again with more of the damage here on the melee card that he has, so I guess I'll do that. Oh my gosh, we get the gravel off. That's huge. That is fantastic. He's probably kind of low on energy. I'm not really sure what happened there, but the fact that we were able to prevent his backdoor with the 75 damage is actually pretty massive because of how weak my rep is. So now I think I'll go first next round. So I think actually what I do is play these cards to put the yam on him and get ready for a massive, massive attack. Actually, I just play 2 because I don't really want to redraw another leaf bug. I want to draw as many beast and bug cards as I can in the next round and go in on this guy. Okay, he goes still backdoor, still putting on poison charges. I am taking a lot of damage with that, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, this is gonna be close, guys. Okay, come on, come on. I don't even get the Incisor or another Thorny. But I've got to try to make something happen here, so I'm just going to fire away before my Reptile dies. I know he's going to heal. It's a matter of if he can play 2 heals or he just plays 1. It's going to be a close game. I mean, the thing is, my tank up front is still completely full HP. So I guess I have that going for me. Looks like he's trying to figure it out. It's a lot of shield, guys. And now I guess he can hit me up front, and he can actually heal as well with... Oh my god, we get a massive crit. We get a humongous crit. He is going to get insane heals, though, that's for sure. I mean, he's practically going all the way back up to full HP. This is going to be a tight one. We steal. I think that's got to be almost his very last bit of energy, right? We even got some discards in. And I mean, now, like, we just have to hope he doesn't have double heal. I mean, if he has 1... Oh, come on. Let's get it. Let's get it. Jesus, double heal. Is that a joke? He takes more poison. I mean, does this guy just ever run out of cards? I mean, this is ridiculous. We're in Blood Moon, so no more heals. Oh, he's just going to get a little bit back off of the attack up front, but if we can get him weak enough here... It looks like this is not going to be our game, unfortunately. I mean, I don't know how he had so many resources. I mean, that was ridiculous. He has no heals. He only has 2 cards. He only has 2 cards, and he's taking insane yam damage. Oh my god, what a game. Holy sh... We had him up to, like, I mean, he was taking over 20 damage on each tick there. Oh, that one felt good. I know we got a crit, which hurt him, but that didn't even matter because he healed all the way back up. So even if we didn't get that crit, we still would have pulled off the win. Oh, that was an epic game. GG's. Let's get one more in before I wrap up this video. Okay, here's our next opponent. We're up against a Reptile and Aqua build, right? So this will be interesting. Now he's got the same Reptile here pretty much. He's got Chomp instead of Kotaro. So it's sort of like he's running my classic Tri-Spikes bug build, but minus the bug. We both pass in round 1. I get the Tri-Spikes combination here, and honestly, I think I will go for it in round 2. I'll follow with the Yam, because that's just going to be just enough here to finish off the tank. It's gambly a little bit, right? Because if he has a Tri-Spikes combo, it's bad news for me. Yeah, maybe I don't do it. I mean, I know it's unlikely to draw this in round 2, but I have a pretty good matchup here. So as long as I can get to this end Aqua, I mean, I gravel him and win the game. So I'm not going to risk losing my bug. I'm just going to follow up with a Parasite to get rid of the tank. There it is. There's that Tri-Spike combo. We both have it, which is crazy. I'm really glad I didn't leave my bug hanging there. That's just properly identifying that we are in an advantageous position here in this matchup should we get to the end game. Now, he didn't follow up here, so maybe a bit of a miscalculation. He leaves my tank alive. That's just going to make it harder for him in terms of the pace of the game. Now, I also know that he spent a ton of Reptile cards, so he's going to have like less shield here in this round and the following round, which will make destroying his Reptile easier. So yeah, let's see here. How do I want to go about doing this? Do I want to spam discard now? It's probably a good idea. Yeah, I'm not getting a chain from the Garish Worm, but limiting all of his options and getting him down to 3 cards is going to be massive here. Plus, like I said, I'm not anticipating a bunch of shield, so I actually am going to go for this. Oof, he does do more damage, big damage. Uses all of his energy, gets 1 back, so he'll have 3 next round, but hopefully this really screws him up. That's my plan, is the timing on these discards. Seems to be pretty good. And now I have to keep my Reptile alive just a little bit longer. I can't let him die here. So yeah, if I can chip away at this Reptile just a bit, finish with the bug, survive a round versus the Aqua. I mean, he got 3 cards and one of them is Pliers. Is that a joke? Jesus, what a sick draw by him. This will still kill this Reptile. And I know he only has 2 energy, so as long as he doesn't put up a fight here with this Rep, I can just kill and then gravel. He's going to be limited on cards the way that this game has gone. He plays 1 card for shield. That was definitely smart by him. And now I actually think he might try to... I might try to play even more reptile cards. But nonetheless, I think I need to survive here. Ah, he passes. That's sad. As long as I can survive one round, we win. Hopefully he only has 3 cards. That's Pliers, Fishhook, Nemo. Let's go. What a sick game. Let's go. Oh man, that one felt good. There's the gravel. And I don't really know how he gets out of this one. I am going to need to get this all off before round 10, right? So it's going to be round 9. And then in round 10, as long as I can kill him, then we should be good. So let me do these pincers for damage as well. Make sure we chip away, chip away. Boom. Okay, he's got 268, so there's no surviving this for him now. Whew. What a crazy, crazy game that was. That's going to last stand, but we still get him. We pull off the victory with 13 HP. A couple of W's for us. On that note, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. This covers the classic Tri-Spikes bug build. And if this is one you're interested in, I do really believe in it. When you get in those reptile matchups, that gravel land is oh so sweet. And it takes a little bit of getting used to. It takes a lot of hard work to be good in Axie Infinity. It's not like you can just buy a build and instantly be top 50 or whatever. Lastly, don't invest more than you can afford to part ways with, right? Like one of these Axies, you know, the meta could change or a balance could come out that kind of nullifies its strength. So just be prepared for that. You might need to interchange something down the road, but it is a very, very nice base of a team. And you know, maybe this plant with the traditional leaf bug and pumpkin is maybe a better bet. You know, it's kind of safer than going with a garish tank that's a little more nuanced. So take all that into account. Happy climbing. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.